It makes it easier to see their work. Whoever has number 1, let me look them up and go ahead and come on. Oh, I was number 1. Who's number 2? That's you. Okay, let's get Zach's work on the screen and we'll freeze it. Okay, I'm going to actually freeze Zach's number 1 for a second. So if you don't have number 1 done, because you weren't here yesterday, if you watch this video later, at least you'll be able to see it. No offense, more colorful. Just like a typical girl. Mine's super colorful. So zoom out. There's my number 1, and I'll freeze. Okay, and then Zach's number 2. Yeah, this part, I'll let you mess with it. Okay, if you have a question about his fitness or anything, don't hesitate to ask him. We're going to leave it at frozen at that now. We're going to have to move around anymore. What else was I going to say? If you need to, but of course I'm posting it, so you could always look at it again. Go ahead, Zach. Sorry, dude.
Okay. In the problem for folders are us, each folder costs 40 cents, and the number of folders printed is represented by the variable n. If you multiply these together, you get the total cost. And then my equation, B of n equals 40.40 n.
Yes, ma'am.
Could I have Riley Parker to the main office for a moment?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay, and then I did work to show that this was correct. C equals 0.40 times 500. C equals 200.
Okay. So let's see. Are there any questions for Zach? Well, I gotta say kudos to him because last period in their equations they kept not having an equal to sign. It's not an equation if there's no equal to sign. So I like that he has C equals 0.40. Was he asked to do a specific amount? He did 500. Was he asked to do a specific amount? So it might be better if he just had C equals 0.40 times what? Just n. Okay, and then my only other issue is I would have rather seen function notation. So if I could, if that doesn't mind, I'm going to write on his work. And 4, 3, 4, and 5 after n. I was hoping to see something like C of n equals 0.40 n, where C is cost and n is number of folders. That's what I was hoping to see. Okay. Does anyone have any questions for Zach? His sentence is good. Alright, and then Zach can move on, and number 3 is Jalen.
Okay. So for my equation, I did function notations. C of n equals 0.20 n plus 20, where C equals the cost and n equals the number of folders. For my sentence, I explained my equation saying 20 cents times the number of folders plus the setup fee of $20.
Okay, can you read your sentence one last time here? You have nice, pretty, tiny handwriting.
Thank you. I explained my equation saying 0.20 cents times the number of folders plus the setup fee of $20.
Wow. Does anyone have any questions for Jalen?
Yes.
Does anyone want her to read her sentence one last time because she has pretty tiny handwriting? Yes. Can you read it one last time for me?
Okay. 0.20 cents times the number of folders plus the setup fee of $20.
Thank you, dear. Okay, next up is Ashanti.
Can I do something first, please?
Mm-hmm.
How long I pause this?
It's already on pause, I think.
Okay, wait.
Yes.
Okay, I have to show y'all something real quick. Okay.
Is it a video?
No, of course
Is it
not.
something not math related?
It's funny.
Who's reviewing Ashanti? Please note this. No, put your mask on.
No,
the screen.
wait.
No, I think he gets no.
Wait.
I think he gets deducted points. I hope whoever's reviewing it.
But this is a really good one, though. If it's really good, then kind of like.
Later on in class, if we ever finish our presentations, which is apparently not going to happen because we're not being serious. Yes.
Okay, well. I wrote 0.15x plus 50 equals y, where x equals the amount of folders and y equals the cost of the folders from folders and more. And I said 0.15 times the amount of folders bought plus $50 for the setup fee.
Okay, are there any questions for, let's get Ashanti, please get that set for me, dear.
0.15 times the amount of folders bought plus $50 for the setup fee.
Let's see if I can zoom in on it better.
I'm sorry, I was rushing. And plus my pencil was kind of ratchet.
Okay, are there any questions for Ashanti? Okay, we'll come back to whatever your phone has. Number 5, Maddie, you're A. Yes, dear.
I got a question.
Yes,
So
dear.
when we review someone, do I have to write a paragraph about it?
No, just like bullet points would be fine. I just need substance in English, preferably a sentence.
In English. Alright, gotcha.
Maddie.
I'm 6.
Oh, sorry. 5 is Riley. Riley, you're held to the office. We'll come back to number 5. Let's do Maddie 6A. Sorry, that's why I was going to you. Sorry, dear. I knew there was a reason.
Okay. It says if the Band Boosters Club has $80 to spend, how many folders could they purchase from each company? Folders R Us could buy 200 folders. Folders, etc. could buy 300 folders, and Folders and More could buy 200 folders.
Okay, does anyone have any questions for Maddie? Or it's pretty straightforward. Okay, then I think I froze it. Perfect. Jackie, you're up with B.
Yep.
Sorry. There we go.
Okay. So the equation for folders, etc. It's 20 cents per folder and the amount of folders and plus the $20 setup fee, and then it should equal $80. That's all it's there. It's just spent.
Do anyone have any questions for Jackie? And Morgan, I know you had to go yesterday. Will you come put your answer back up on the screen so it'll be on the video?
There it goes.
Yes. Does anyone have any questions for Morgan?
Can you go to number 6?
Can you put it back on the screen? I forgot to freeze. I don't know what I was doing.
Number 5.
We hadn't done number 5. We've done A and B, this is C. Perfect. Thank you, dear. Okay, oh man, why is my thing you don't want to freeze? Your go on. Everyone got N equals 300 folders, or else they need to watch the video. Riley, we skipped you because you weren't in the room. Will you do number 5 for us?
Oh god. How do I zero?
It's me.
Oh, okay. How do you do this? I'm not good at this. Okay.
You just be still, and then I swear I can zoom around.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead and just tell us.
Okay, so the question was, as the number of folders increase, what happens to the cost? And I said, as the number of folders increase, the cost increases also. And then it says, what would a graph representing the cost of each company look like? Like the line would be like going up, and it would greatly increase on the graph, but it depends on which folder company you're using.
Okay, does anyone have any questions for Riley? Okay, her first question said, ooh, why am I not present? As the number of folders increase, what happens to the cost? And she explained more folders, higher the cost. Great. What would a graph represent? Like she explained it was a line and that the steepness would depend upon the cost of the folder. She might not have explained it on her paper, but she explained it in words. Maybe she should go explain it on her paper now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then Hannah, your 7A.
Okay. Oh, that's. Okay. It says if the Band Boosters Club only has $30 to spend, how many folders could they purchase from each company? I said 75 from Folders R Us, 50 from Folders ETC, and 9 from Folders and More. And A says which company offers the best deal? I said Folders R Us because you only have $30 to spend and you get 75 folders from them instead of 50 folders from Folders ETC.
Okay, but you have. Will you say it all again one last time for me?
Okay, so if you had $30 to spend, referring to the chart, you could have 75 from Folders R Us, 50 from Folders ETC, or etc., and none from Folders and More. And I said that Folders R Us offers the best deal because you only have $30 to spend and you get 75 folders from them instead of getting 50 folders from Folders, etc.
Oh, okay. Okay. Anyone have any questions for Hannah? Hannah, is your paper frozen? Good. Kristen, you or me? Oh, that would help.
So for Folders R Us, it's 75, and you can
and the booster club only wanted to spend $30. So the equation would be 30 equals 40 cents, and because one folder costs 40 cents.
And they don't have a setup fee. Anyone have any questions for Cruisen? Okay, and then Will, you were C.
Question asks how many folders could you get if you had $30 for spending? I said 75.
Perfect. So really, A, B, and C, I should just let one person handle number 7. 7 was pretty easy. So looky 7, A, B, and C. Okay, Hiram, will you come put your answer back onto the screen for 8A?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, dear.
Here.
Can we read it?
No question.
No, your answer.
Oh, it has a better deal, 1 through 199 folders.
Okay, if you weren't here yesterday, why did you change it to that? You used to have 200. You used to say 1 through 200. Why was it 199? Why not 200? What was the deal with 200?
Because it was too big.
Where's your, do you have your piece of paper?
Oh, my graph?
Yeah, is that a table?
Oh, yeah.
Show them the deal at 200.
Which table? Like, down here?
200. Why did we not include 200? Why did you say 1 through 199? Why did we not include 200?
Because it's too much. Like, this is like greater than that.
That's
Then-
500.
Huh?
200. Look at the 200.
Yeah, I see 200. Oh, 200, sorry. because it's. Oh, because they're matching. From
They
folders
match.
are us to folders and more.
Folders are us and folders are more are the same price at 200.
Yeah, they're 80.
So that's why we can't say folders are us is a better deal at 200 because it's not. It's the same as a different deal. So it's for less than 200. In fact, go back to your sentence for me. His sentence is very specific about better deal 1 through 199. Someone last period just wrote it's a better deal for less than 200. Less than 200 would be sufficient. Less than 200. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Trey.
I said that Folders and More offers a better deal than Folders R Us when you buy 201 folders or more.
Why?
Because the same reason that Hiram did is because if at 200 it's exactly equal at $80, so if at 201 or more it's less or more.
Does anyone have any questions for Trey? If he wanted to word his sentence differently, he could say when you buy more than 200 folders or greater than 200 folders. Okay. Gavin, you're 9A.
It's frozen. The question was, is there a point where folders are us and folders and more charge the same amount for the same number of folders? And I got at 200 folders, they both charge $80.
How'd you figure it out?
I just looked back at the graph.
Anyone have any questions? Forget. Okay, and then Owen, you're up. Well, there's his answer. He's already answered your question, I think. Yeah.
With question A, it said, are there 2 points that they both equal the same for folders RS and folders and more? And my question is, if so, what is the charge? For 200 folders, for folders RS and folders and more, they both equal $80.
Does anyone have any questions for Owen? I feel like him and Gavin had the same question in some ways. Jameson, you're up. I don't even know how to help you. I don't even know what to tell you. Oh, okay.
Okay, so the question is, write an equation that represents the point where these two companies charge the same amount. And my equation was 80x equals 200 because it's 80 times whatever the cent per folder and the setup fee is, and it gets 200 folders.
If you order 200 folders, would it be wouldn't it? That's hard to explain. But it'd be 200 is the X, and $80 is what it equals. Right?
So fix it.
What? His problem? How do that? Wait, okay. So will we write a different, the same equation, the equations for both of the things?
Okay, let me back up. So Jameson has a lot of scratch work shown below, which is good. Ashunti's question is about Jameson's actual equation, which says 80x equals 200. Ashunti's issue is that the x is beside the 80 when 80 is supposed to be the amount of dollars. He thought the x normally, or the variable, was normally going beside the number of folders. That's what Ashunti's question is about.
Yeah.
It's a good, valid question. I think Jameson misinterpreted what he was supposed to do with this question. I think he made it way harder than it had to be. Does anyone know what Jameson could do to make this a little easier? He's already got a lot of the work shown. And I appreciate Ashanti asking that question. Whoever has it needs to make a note of that. That was good. He asked it very nicely and everything. Does anyone have any suggestions on how to fix it? What was the equation for folders or us? On the front side, what was the equation we wrote in our table? Folders or us?
B times 0.40. Wait, no. Yeah.
He already has it on his paper. So I'm just going to... He just didn't actually make them equal to each other. I think that's all you actually had to do. I think you're going to have to put it back up there with the reason. I think Jameson was making it too hard. As is usual. drop mine. Thank you, Jameson. Okay, Maggie.
Okay, so I had. Oh Lord.
Okay, I'm gonna leave that up there for just another hot second, and then we'll let Maggie go.
Okay, that's
That's probably better. Whoa, you're screen. Oh, just.
Oh, you can see it. I was like,
You don't. You're fine. I just want you to be aware of what was going on. Okay. Everyone ready for Maggie's beautiful graph?
okay. Do I go down or do I go up?
Move it up.
Oh, okay. Oh Lord, this is hard. Okay, so it asked for the two companies, and that was Folders R Us and Folders and More. And when I graphed it, I realized that it wasn't going to be a straight line, and my scale was going up by 40 for the price. And I just went by the graph for the x-axis, and that was the number of folders printed, and then the prices was going up. And then, yeah. And purple is Folders R Us, and pink is Folders and More.
Someone ask her something. We're not going to be voted for this, but someone needs to ask her something.
The slope is steeper for Folders R Us because I think it's more of like a constant value, if that helps.
Wait, so.
Please ask, Hannah.
Why is your graph like inside the box? Like the line, I don't know.
Oh, that's fine. I'm not mad at that.
What do you mean inside the box? Oh. Because I don't want to go outside the box.
Yes, Jen.
So which one is like greater? Like, would they would be the same price at?
Yeah, they intersect.
They should intersect. They should intersect at 200. I agree with that.
Okay.
280, 200. No, 280.
I have two questions.
You want to pick Folders and More because?
Well, it didn't ask me what I would want to pick, but I'd probably pick Folders R Us if I was buying less. But if I was buying more, then that would be Folders and More.
Which is why who's the question? That was what Trey and Hiram were handling. If you were buying a small amount to pick one, and if you're buying a large amount for the other. Please, Trey.
Did you already say that you had messed up on your scale?
No.
Because you did. You go 50, 75, 100, 150, 200.
Right, because I went by the graph. I didn't really scale that one.
Well, if you have it for the same amount, then your graph's going to be wrong.
Okay.
Okay, so what Trey's trying to point out, and he did it in a nice way, and he could have been much, I mean, that's fine. Maggie only put the points that she saw on the table. So the table went sometimes by 25, sometimes by 50s, heck, sometimes by 100s. You can't do that on your graph. You're either counting by 50s, counting by 100s, you have to count consistently, or else you won't end up with, what were we supposed to get? Maggie came over here and said that her first sentence out of her mouth was,
we were putting.
I didn't get a straight line.
Well,
What was the title of this lesson?
It was to get to the line, right?
What is the title of the lesson?
A linear function.
Linear function. So should Maggie have gotten a straight line?
Yes.
Yes, and Trey is pointing out why she didn't get a straight line is because she didn't count consistently on her x and y axis. That is, or on her x axis. That is true. Although her graph's still pretty. It's just here. You might want this. But before we do that, there's one other thing I would comment on, and Maggie, we all know Maggie is very, very bright. She's one of the smartest in the room. No one's dumb in here, but there's one other thing that I would want to point out about Maggie's work that I'm kind of perturbed about, and she's going to have to explain to me. Why is there nothing between 0 and 50? Why did you not put any points between 0 and 50?
What do you mean?
Like, at 0, you don't have anything. Where did the intercept at 0?
Man, guys.
I got a question.
Yeah.
That was a bad day.
You gotta write that down.
What?
You probably can do it better than. Don't do mine.
That graph.
Yet again, I'm gonna freeze and put this one. It's on the. I know you probably don't have time to get it all down, so I'll put it on the website as well. Let me zoom out on the Hellcam. Too zoomed in. Okay, so Trey, the one thing Maggie did wrong, otherwise her graph would have been perfect, is that she wasn't counting consistently on the X, and they counted by 150s. That made it fit inside that window. But I mean, Maggie still had everything else. She had them intersecting at 200. She had folders or us being steeper over time than folders and more. She explained all that well. She had everything she needed. Okay, next up is Kimberly.
Isn't she supposed to be right?
Yeah. Well, if she wants to help you, she can. If she's not ready, if you can, I don't care. I don't care. I'm ready. What? Do what?
Like, I don't know.
Okay. Don't print me out on second. You would like me to unfreeze.
Okay. Since it's their, hey, do I read it?
Please.
Okay. Folders R Us really wants the van boosters to buy folders from them. They make a counter offer to try to get the contract. If the van boosters will buy $1,000 folders from them, they will decrease their original offer by 50%. And the folders with 1,000 folders with the original one is only 400, but if you put it with the 50%, the new equation will be 400 in parentheses 0.5 by the 50%, which would equal 200. Yeah, me too.
10. She has number 10.
Like the whole thing?
The whole thing. Bless her heart. Okay. Explain it to me again.
Okay. The original equation on the graph for just 1,000 folders, it would be 400. But since they want to decrease their offer by 50%, it would be 200.
Oh, okay. I understand. I don't understand A. I understand B. Okay. And then tell me what C.
And folders or more with only 1,000, and the equation is 1,015 cents plus 50 is also 200, so both of them are equal.
Okay. I know how to fix it. You didn't do anything wrong. Okay, Kimberly worked it out. So if you were looking at do you have your table with you?
Yes.
Your table. Will you show the very bottom? Okay, you see at the very bottom, Kimberly had to deal with this. So obviously Folders R Us is costing us way more than any other company. So Folders R Us is offering to give us a 50% off discount, which is why they would be at $200, which means Folders R Us and Folders and More would cost the same amount. That's what Kimberly was having to answer. She did B and C well. My only question is about A. So does anyone have any questions about that before she goes back to her work? Okay, show me your work. Okay, I have a question about her equation on A. So what she did was 1,000 folders times 40 cents, and that equals $400. And then she divided that number by 50%. My textbook, or my key, I know that I had to cheat myself, was if we're decreasing everything by 50%, aren't we decreasing the folder price? So how much was it per folder? With Folders or Us, how much is it per folder?
40.
So if we're decreasing that by 50%, what would it be? You got half off of 40 cents. How much would you pay? Okay, so that's why my book says, why don't you do C equals 0.20 times N? Because they're saying it's half off the folder cost. So, but I mean, Kimberly didn't ask me about that, and I didn't know that's what she was confused. So, she's good. She really understood what she was doing. She's fine. I would just fix the equation for that. Are there any questions for Kimberly? I made her show you how she figured it out with the table. Okay, and then we come to the biggest mammy jimmy of them all, which is poor Erin. Erin has to do these, so be ready.
Okay. So it said that there's 750 students and that the band boosters want to order 500 folders, but they want to make a profit of 200 on the sale. So I went back to the chart and I looked at
I'm sorry. Whoops, I was going in on
It's okay.
what you're saying.
And
I forgot they can't see.
So I went back to 500 and I looked at the two that they were debating between, and if you want to make a profit, you want to choose the cheaper one, which is the folders and more. So I said that if the band boosters want to make a profit of $200, they will need to order their 500 folders from Folders and More, causing the boosters to pay $125 opposed to $200, making the deal cheaper. And so they asked how much they should charge for each folder, and so for each folder, the Booster Club will need to charge 55 cents to make their $200 profit. And so I used the equation 500 times x plus 50 equals 325, and 325 is the 125 plus the $200 profit. And so I solved the equation, and it requires 55 cents to be paid to make the profit.
I know what you're talking about, and you know what you're talking about, because me and you started this one yesterday. They do not know what you're talking about, because that one was a doozy. So, again and slower.
Okay.
Oh yeah, her answer's really good. But she probably needs to explain it again and slower, especially like where that 325 came from and all that jazz.
She said though.
Okay.
She's gonna do it slow.
Okay, so in the problem,
Like we're in
from the very
kindergarten.
beginning.
Yes.
Okay, so in the problem, there's 750 students, and the band boosters want to order 500 folders, and from the 500 folders, they want to make a profit of 200. So here, and if they're getting 500 folders, and they already have to pay 200 and 125. So if they're trying to get $200 brought to them, they want to pay a cheaper price to remake that money.
So let's pause there. So basically, to summarize what Erin said so far, they knew for sure they were going to buy 500. So if you look at the 500 line on the table, she picked which one was the cheapest. You know, the 200 or the 125 were her only options. So obviously, she went with 125. Okay, continue on.
Okay, so let's see. The 325 in the equation is $200 for the profit added to how much they have to pay, which
So
is
you knew you were going to cost you $125 because you have to pay the people for the folders, and you also wanted to make $200 on your own, so that's why she did $325. Okay, and then go back to $325.
Okay, so for each folder, they would have to pay 55 cents for each one, and so I got that by doing the equation 500, which is the number So 500, which is the number of folders, and then X is the amount per folder, and then 50 is the setup fee, and 325 is how much you have to pay plus the $200 profit.
So we should probably.
Did you say X plus Y? What was the 50 was the setup fee?
Yes, ma'am. And then the 500 was the number of folders.
Okay, Erin had the best question yet because hers had made her pick a specific amount. She made that equation and solved to figure out I at least want to make a profit of $200. So I have to, after she solved that equation she got, they each have to be at least 55 cents. If you're wanting to make money, you're going to have to figure stuff like this out. The 500 was the folder she's ordering, the 50 was the setup fee, the 325 is the money she needs to make. If there's any reason you should watch this video tonight, it's probably because you need to see Aaron's paragraph again, because it's beautiful. Okay, are there any questions about any of this? Hers is beautiful. Okay, so on your little index card, write something, I don't care if it's just bullet points about how your person did, or even if they didn't have to present, did they take notes well? Were they playing on their phone? You know, I only have so many eyes. Something. And then fold it or whatever and put it in the bucket when you leave. Make sure you don't have to put your name on it, but make sure if you're reviewing Aaron, make sure Aaron's name's on it. I need someone's name. I need to know who you reviewed, but I don't even know who you are. That's fine.
Wait, can I do
Have a homework thing for tonight, and it's only one problem.
Yeah, I'm about to read, bro.
And I would make sure that I heard Ms. Thompson's directions on this one because it's multiple choice, so you need to do more than just choose A, B, C, or D, or E. You do a little more. Yeah. Okay, so, yeah, you hadn't had it once in a while, so, woo. So what you need to do, besides obviously making sure that LTF lesson is filled in and beautiful, and if it's not after our presentations, then you need to watch the video I'm going to post. This is your homework for tonight. You have to pick, obviously, the multiple choice answer. Once you pick, let's say D is your answer. I don't know what the answer is. Let's say you say D is your answer. I need to know the emission cost for each ride, and I need a graph. I need a graph. Besides the 30% category of you presenting today, this is our first homework, so it's going in the 10% category. You would like a good grade. Make sure you not only pick the multiple choice, you explain the charge, and I need my graph.
Ms. Thompson?
Yes, sir.
Can I present the thing now?
Yes, you can. If it is appropriate, or else I will be mad.
You what?
Be mad.
Okay. I think it's appropriate.
Think or no?
I believe it is.
Hmm.
Okay, well, this happened last period.
Is that present?
It is? Okay. Okay. So this happened last period, and I was kind of bored. So I...
Wait, what is your... That's in my room. That's not true.
No, it's not.
It looks like my little yellow thing in my room. This is in my room.
No, it wasn't.
That's my yellow thing in that corner.
But that was during the bell ringer, so I was kind of bored.
So you Snapchatted class is dead, and you want to show me that you put class is dead?
I remember that.
Who reviewed the sentence? They need to take some more notes and get their note card out. Let me
Okay,
tell you.
and this happened in second period.
You have another one. Yes, dear.
That happened in second period. That's me. I had to get a face swap on it.
Oh, shit, Mary. I'm going to buy tomorrow. I've got to go talk tomorrow. Okay. Struggling here.